Welcome to Synchronize Swatches, your twice monthly dose of coolness. I'm your host, Chris Gregory.
And I'm the other guy, Chip Johnson.
Every other week, we watch an episode of the cult classic 1990s sitcom Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and then we record ourselves talking about it.
It's time for Operation Record the Podcast. Are you ready, Chris?
I am, Chip. Let's do it.
Gentlemen, Synchronize Swatches. Not a problem.
I've never liked you, Lewis.
Not a problem.
Igna?
Clean out your locker, you're finished.
How's it going, man? It's nice to be back on here, finally. Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm not fully up and running yet, but we are in Kansas now. The truck with all our shit does not arrive till Monday, so we've been living in the house for a week without anything, pretty much, except for what we brought in my car, right? So I've got my computer, and though I don't have everything I need, as you can see, I'm hand holding the mic like a freaking jackass YouTuber. Holding this big ass mic, because all my fucking mic stands are on the moving truck, which I didn't realize. I was like, I didn't bring a single one with me.
I got bad news for you, man. We're YouTubers. We're on YouTube. We're YouTubers.
I guess it's appropriate then.
Yeah. I can detach mine and hold it if you want.
Yeah. So I don't feel like an idiot by myself.
Or we can start unboxing things or something.
Yeah.
Opening baseball cards.
God. Yeah. This thing's gonna get heavy by the end of the end of the podcast. Yeah, it's like, the big ass fucking mic too. It wasn't like I had a little. Yeah. It's not like the TikTokers who have the little teeny lapel mics that they hold,
Yeah, that looks like a fucking puff or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Talking to a little cream puff.
Oh God. Oh, this world. But so we're like, half settled in. I'm working on a folding table here, and this won't be the room that I'm actually eventually in. Like the room to my left, which you can't see, is more like an unfinished room, but I'm gonna soundproof a bunch of shit, and that'll be where I'm at probably by the next time we record, because my desk should be here and all my gear.
So this is a special edition episode.
A special edition,
a special background,
handheld edition. But anyway, so it's been a week or a week and a half. I mean. But the drive out was good. We took 3 days. We drove through Utah, Colorado, which was much more scenic than the southern route we took the first time to get her car out here. Okay. We stopped in Zion National Park because she had never seen it. Didn't really get to explore because we were kind of on a time frame, but no, it's definitely a great drive out.
So you opted for a moving company then?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So instead of me driving a truck myself, we actually ended up hiring a moving company. But the problem is they give you a delivery date of like they give you like a 10-day window of when you get your shit. So it's like, and of course it's coming at the very end of that 10-day window, right? So we've just been without anything really. We borrowed a mattress from Dawn's brother down the street, and that's what we're sleeping on. So on the floor, so. Anyways.
Roughing it like a couple of Midwesterners.
Yeah, exactly. But, and it's already hot and humid here, which I'm sure you're probably used to. I don't know what it's like. I guess you guys haven't hit the really worst of it yet there in Virginia, right? With the summer,
I mean, it's been weird this year because earlier in the spring we had some humid days. And, I mean, to be fair, it's in the low 90s today, but, like, this week it was in the upper 50s in the morning. Like
shit.
The first week of June it's like 57 degrees in the morning. It was very strange. But,
gotcha.
Very strange. But no, we haven't quite hit that yet. But we will. Yeah, eventually we will.
As soon as we got here, we're like, oh yeah, we forgot what humidity
it sucks. Like. It's the worst.
Though I have to say, it was kind of weirdly nostalgic for me.
Yeah, I can see
the
that.
humidity. Yeah. I'm sure I'm gonna be sick of it in like 3 weeks, but like, coming to like, I forgot what this feels like. This kind of, I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. But.
I remember that actually when the couple of times we came back to visit when I lived in Germany, you know, because my grandparents or my grandmother lived in Georgia. So, I mean, we went from Germany to like the, you know, with the exception of Florida, about the most hot and humid area you can go to, you know. And I remember that same kind of like, oh yeah, you know, nostalgic feeling for, you know, heat and humidity that lasts for about a day, and then you're just like, oh yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm over it.
Never mind. This sucks.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool, man. I'm glad you guys got out there all right, and you know, you'll get your stuff eventually.
yeah, eventually. Eventually, we'll feel like human beings again.
Yeah. You don't feel like humans, huh?
Well, we're like sleeping on the floor and like I don't know, just this is just and it's really echoing. Like I had to throw down Fernie pads and stuff behind me because it's so echo. You know, when there's no furniture in the house, it's just so loud and like reverby and echoey and just it just sounds horrible and Are you
in a basement or like a sub? It's part of that room subterranean. Or?
Yes, exactly. Okay. So just below these windows here is ground. You know, I'm underground. It's because this is a split level. So you come in on the like if you go in the garage, you're like I don't know. It's weird the way the land is, but like So if you go up the front steps into the front door, you're kind of like mid-level, and you either go up steps to the main level where the living room, kitchen, bedrooms, and all that are, or you can go down steps from the front door down here where we've got this den or whatever, and then the room that my studio will be in, another bath, like a half bath, the laundry room, and then also I can go out to the garage. So the garage is on level 2, so also, you know, ground level, but it's because the front yard is like raised. It's a weird, sloped, So it's just a typical split level house,
I just thought of that because it reminded me of the house I lived in Colorado when I was a kid. The same thing. You went down from the entrance level to a to a sub level. It was the same thing. It was like a family room and a couple of rooms, but it was just like that where you have the windows and then about half the wall. You can tell it's
exactly
some grade.
A ton of houses out this way in Colorado and Kansas are all split levels. Yeah,
that's cool.
So. Yeah, man.
That's very nostalgic for me. Anyway, let's move on to the episode, huh?
All right, let's get to it. Nobody cares about our lives.
And by the time this comes out, you'll have been there for months. You know. You'll be all
exactly.
And everything, so.
Imminent danger, sirs.
All right, we're talking about Parker Lewis Can't Lose, Season 2, Episode 15, Obscene and Not Heard. And Paul, if you will, give us the German title.
Teuflische Gesänge.
Oh, that was really low. Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
I'll
pump it again.
I'll beef it up in post. I'll beef it up in post. So that actually translates to devilish songs, which I guess is kind of appropriate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we got to give Paul his due, you know, because I noticed that his episode at this point when we're recording, it's been almost a month since we released anything, you know, and the last thing we released was the bonus episode where we interviewed Paul. And I noticed within about a week it had already surpassed the previous episode of our show as far as views on YouTube. So we made the right choice.
On every episode.
Bring him on as the new third. To boost. Yeah, he's like bringing on a new baby or something.
Oh man!
Show starts to.
So we jump the shark.
Yeah. So we bring on a German baby to be our. Sorry, Paul, you're not a baby. All right, let's move
on. So this aired originally Sunday, December 22nd, 1991. My note here for this day, or well, I guess this week, the UK #1 hit was Bohemian Rhapsody. Oddly enough, yeah. And I had a note here. Bohemian Rhapsody was the first song to ever get #1 in the UK twice with the same version. First in 1975 when it originally came out, and then the second upon its re-release as a double A-side single with "These Are the Days of Our Lives" in 1991, following Freddie Mercury's death.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, my mind immediately went to Wayne's World, but that was probably the year after this, huh?
92, that was 92. So that was why it surged in the U.S. in 92, but it surged in the UK in 91 following the re-release of it right after he died.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
This episode...
We talked about that on a previous episode, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. This episode was written by David Stephen Cohen, second episode writing. He wrote Aging Gracefully before.
Another Pankow episode.
Yes. And Roger S.H. Schulman. Also his second episode, and I guess he co-wrote Aging Gracefully with Mr. Cohen. Directed by our old friend Brian Spicer. 16th episode now of his... Yeah, let's get to my episode synopsis. Dr. Pankow returns, but he is no longer merely a principal. He is now the decency advisor for the Santo Domingo Correctness Committee. And when he sets his sight on a particular new music record, Marty Lewis is caught in the crossfire. Marty, feeling his hippy oats, decides to fight back against the censorship, and Parker finds himself conflicted. Has his dad lost his marbles? Or is there something that can be learned from the old man?
Nice synopsis.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So our opening gag, it's Father's Day, and we're getting these little vignettes of Marty Lewis opening gifts from Parker over the years. First up, and I have to say, Parker's like off screen the whole time. We're just kind of on Marty, and he's in different clothes to like depict the time change.
Yeah.
So first up, Marty opens a box to reveal some abomination of Tinker Toys and God knows what else. And Marty's very gracious, though, and he says, "Parker, how did you know?"
Yeah, it's a beautiful child's gift, man. Come on.
Yes, exactly.
I loved his chops here. You were just talking about how his clothes changed to delineate.
Oh, yes.
For the passage of time or whatever. But he's got some really nice sideburns in this shot.
Yes, he does. Next up, a couple of years later, Marty holds up a skateboard. We hear a preteen Parker say, "Happy Father's Day." Marty replies with, "Parker, how did you know?" Then he smiles at the camera and asks, "You want to borrow it?" And I think Parker snatches it away.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah. Next up, we hear a teenage Parker say, "Happy Father's Day, Dad," as Marty holds up a tie that is identical to the one he is currently wearing. Gracious as ever, he pulls his cardigan over the existing tie and says, "How did you know?" Finally, Marty, Mary, have Mary. That was a
Mary.
Typo. Finally, Mary Lewis. Finally, Marty opens a box to genuine surprise. He lifts out a book. He says, "Parker, how did you know? The Time Life Home Improvement Library, autographed by Bob Vila." He begins to tear up and grabs a tissue. "You're a good son," he says, as we cut to our final title card.
Yeah, I just wanted to say here, after all those little vignettes, that Marty is a good dad. When he gets the child artwork at the beginning, and then the tie covering up the existing tie. It's like, man, Marty, you're a good dad, man.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. You deserve that Bob Vila autograph.
Yes. So we open on Mondo Video. We're tight on the spines of some VHS tapes as a hand applies stickers that read, "Be kind, rewind," complete with a graphic of a honeybee. And I have to say the "be kind" was BEE.
Yeah.
You didn't get that.
Yeah, it's great.
V.O. Parker says, "Martin Lloyd Lewis, my father, a man who's gotten life down to a steady groove, a fascinating rhythm, a classic backbeat." All right, so Dad's in a rut, but that's just how I like him. Dependable, reliable, and predictable.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, you can see in the background, I don't know if we've cut to it yet, but you can see in the background where the buds are standing there as Parker's getting ready to do what he's about to do. On the wall, I noticed a couple of MC Hammer CDs,
yes.
The box CDs, like you were talking about a while back.
The long box, yeah.
Yeah, and as I was looking, I saw there's a couple of posters up there too. One of them says Little Caesar, so I was like, what the hell is that? So like I searched it, and Little Caesar, I guess, was a hard rock band from the time, and they're best known. Yeah, they're best known for their 1990 cover of Aretha Franklin's "Chain of Fools," which, if you get a chance to listen to it, it's actually not half bad. It's pretty good cover of the song. Yeah. I'd never heard of Little Caesar before, but it was just the only poster that was prominent enough to pull something off of, So
yeah.
It was interesting.
Good spot. Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Me neither.
After a little gag where Parker calls in a to-go order before his dad even asks for it, we see a strangely familiar fellow approach Mr. Lewis clad in a Santo Domingo high t-shirt and a ball cap. He asks Marty if he can purchase the CD Brain Dead by the band Armed Response.
I will point out here that neither Brain Dead nor Armed Response are real. I also searched that. I was like, hold on a second.
Yeah, Armed Response, Brain
Armed
Dead.
Response,
It's just a great punk song name and punk band name.
Yeah.
Marty happily obliges. As soon as the transaction is complete, the customer says with a big smile, "You did it! You sold it to me!" Then he rips off the Santo Domingo gear to reveal he is actually that pumpkin-haired lout, Rimmel.
Yeah, that was my note. I was like, hey, the pumpkin-headed lout is back.
Rimmel.
Fucking Rimmel. I love that he rips that shit off his shirt, too. Like, he came in there with Santo Domingo, like, a Santo Domingo badge or something covering his shirt. It's so dumb. He's like, aha!
So Rimmel pulls a bugle from thin air and proceeds to blow it.
Yeah.
The camera pans over to find a cardboard cutout of Dr. Pankow holding a joust. Apparently an ad for the video series Fitness Through Jousting.
I'm glad you pulled that out. Yeah, I didn't even see that. That's great. I was like, why is he in here? Why is that cut out there?
I guess he's got his own video series.
Yeah.
And, of course, as the bugle call ends, the real Mr. Dr. Pankow steps from behind his own cutout, clutching a joust and a videotape, actually.
Guess who?
Dr. Norman Pankow.
That's right.
It's like a fucking comic book where they they say the guy's whole name and then the little box on the bottom is like, see issue 133.
Yes. I forgot about, comic books used to do that.
Yeah.
See
just
issue.
so you know.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That little convention.
Yeah.
Pankow informs them that he is now the newly appointed decency advisor to the Santo Domingo Correctness Committee, or SDCC. And my note here was, damn, that was too bad they didn't come up with a good acronym.
Yeah, you're right. I noticed that too. I was like,
Stick.
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 Like, SDCC is not very interesting. They could have come up with something.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Pankow then informs Marty that he sold an album to his operative Rimmel that the Decency Committee deems obscene. Marty is flabbergasted. He says he had no idea. Pankow doesn't doubt his ignorance, so he will not have him arrested if he agrees to hand over all the offending material.
Yeah.
Marty complies.
It's funny, too, because, like, I had a couple notes there. One of them was when Marty starts to push back a little bit. It's just funny because Pankow's just like, obscene! Just yells at the scene, cuts him off. It really made me laugh. But, it just made a note here that that damn decency committee has a lot of power if they have it within their capabilities to arrest somebody, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Crazy. No fines, just immediately arrested.
Oh man, so we cut to the Atlas Diner. The entire Lewis family sits in a booth, and Nick is taking their orders while Shelley stares at his ass like a little perf.
Yes, that was funny as shit. She's not even subtle about it.
It's not even subtle. And Nick notices, and he asks, "Anything I can get you, Shelley?" Shelley answers, "Buns," and then breaks from her reverie and adds, "with a hamburger."
Yeah, I love that. It's just like buns.
When Nick asks Mr. Lewis if he'd like the usual, it sends Marty into an existential tailspin. He says, the usual? Maybe I'd like to try something different. Maybe I'm tired of living in the same damn rut. Maybe I'm ashamed of who I've become. Nick replies, I'll give you a minute.
He's like, I'll give you a minute.
Marty explains to the family that he hates how he handled the whole Pankow thing.
Still upset about Dr. Pankow?
The man waltzes in my store and says an album is obscene, and I hand it over. He says jump, and I say, off what cliff? He says cough, and I turn my head.
I love that line, Reed.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's funny, too, because, recently I've started to develop, I think I'm developing a hernia from years of lifting shit. Yeah, starting just the very early stages, where I can kind of feel it. So I've had it checked out a couple of times. And the second time I went in there, I guess both times, but the second time I noticed that the doctor had me, do the whole stand and cough thing.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what they do when when they're checking a hernia. But like, all she told me to do was cover my mouth and cough. And that's the first time in my life it's ever occurred to me that they ask you to turn your head so you don't cough on them. Like
yes.
In my mind, I've always thought it was like you turn your head and that's part of the fucking move. Like
it's going to do something with your muscles.
Yeah, that's integral to detecting the hernias. You got to turn your head because it stretches something or whatever. It just never occurred to me until she was like, cover your mouth. I was like, oh, no, turn your head. Oh, it's so you don't cough on them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
and you were how old when you...
I'm 47 fucking years old. I'm like, oh. Okay.
So that's great.
So you're telling me when the sun goes to bed at night, it's not actually going anywhere.
Oh, that's classic. That's great.
That's it. Laugh at me, people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We are clowns for your amusement.
Yeah.
So when Parker tells him he did the right thing by not asking for trouble, Marty explains he used to make trouble. He was a subversive. Yeah,
he totally picks apart Parker's whole deal here. He's like, I wasn't just some guy with flashy shirts and a Gumby haircut or some shit like that.
Yes.
Not directed at Parker. He just sort of says it into the ether, and Parker's like, ah, damn.
It's like, shots fired.
Yeah. Inadvertent shots fired.
So we cut to Mondo video. A perky, upbeat Marty Lewis storms into the store with a large box of brain-dead CDs. He puts one on the stereo and blasts it. He gets on the PA and announces that Arm Response's Brain Dead is back on sale. Buy one for 1 cent and get the second free. Good Lord.
Wow.
You'll lose a lot of money on that deal, man.
Yep.
All the while the music is playing, there are periodic bleeps of the curse words while a parental advisory sticker is thrown up on the screen. And of course, I was watching the German version, so it's like, it's in German, the parental advisory or whatever. But I did look at the English version, and it is that typical parental advisor that we would see on the CDs back in the day. Yeah, I guess they still have those on that.
I think so.
Nobody buys CDs anymore, but whatever.
True. Yeah.
Hearing the news of the amazing sale, customers rush the counter, and Parker's caught up in the clamoring crowd of compact disc consumers.
Nice.
Almost tripped up on my own alliteration there. Shelley tells her dad he needs to straighten up and act normal. She doesn't want to spend the rest of her life and his money in therapy. Of course, Pankow storms in with Rimmel and a couple of cops. He declares, Martin Lloyd Lewis,
I arrest you. I'm arresting you. I've arrested you.
I love the way he conjugates that verbiage, through that line. He does it again later, but yeah, that shit made me laugh. Good. I arrest you. I'm arresting you. I've arrested you. That's great.
As the cops drag Marty off, he says, free speech for all. Power to the people. We shall overcome. Parker, don't forget to tape American Gladiators for me.
Did you ever watch American Gladiators?
No, my parents did actually. Like I remember I don't know why. They watched. I just remember, just walking to the room and they're watching American Gladiators. Yeah. It was big for a short amount of time. It was huge.
Yeah, for a couple of years. Yeah. I remember I watched it. I don't think I watched it when it was on, but when I came back to visit one summer for the summer from Germany, I remember it was in rerun, I guess, on USA Network or something during the day. So. I watched a bunch of it then, like during the summer, just in the morning or whatever. They'd show like 2 episodes in a row or whatever. So I watched a bunch of it, but I don't know that it would hold up if you went back and watched it now because it's pretty fucking silly, But,
yeah.
It's weird. It's like a combination of like actual competition with like the characters of like professional wrestling,
Yeah.
And you could occasionally see the people actually get mad at each other and stuff. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. Weird show. Weird time.
I feel like there are some like, what do you call them? Successors to this show. Like now, I don't watch any like game shows or anything like that anymore. But every once in a while, I see like a commercial for one. I'm like, God, that kind of reminds me of American Gladiator. Like, what the floor is lava. Like those like not competition shows, like not reality shows, but like where they're like having to do these obstacle courses and shit. I feel like there are some successors, but I feel like that was the first one like that.
Yeah. It's like they split in 2 directions. You got your game shows like that, and then you've got like your actual combat sports. Like they just split the American Gladiators and something fun and funny and family friendly, and then just like fucking people beating each other while other people bet on it. You know, it's not my thing. So you know,
yeah, exactly.
Look down on it a little bit. But anyway, go ahead.
I know a commercial break is a long time, but you've got to try and remember.
So we cut to a jail cell. Marty Lewis is yelling into the void about the right to free speech and democracy when Parker and Shelley show up to visit. As Shelley flirts with one of the cellmates, Mrs. Lewis shows up, decked out like T2-era Linda Hamilton, and tells Marty that she's already raising bail via a bake sale.
It's great. I was wondering if that was supposed to be a Sarah Connor reference. I'm glad you kind of reinforced that. I
feel like, I don't know what else it would be referencing. She looks like Linda Hamilton, like decked out with the same glasses, that gray cap and like the vest and all that.
I just wanted to point out that the background, the guy in the other cell, not the one that Shelley's flirting with, but the guy in the background in Marty's cell is Dennis Stewart, who is also in jail in Randall Without a Cause. It's the same inmate. I guess is what you call jailbirds. I don't know.
Good catch.
He's the same guy, still in jail. Different jail, it looks like, but
yeah, just constantly getting thrown in jail.
Yeah. Good old Dennis Stewart. So he's back.
Cool. And I think he's got a line in a minute too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So Parker complains that word is out that his father has lost his marbles, but Marty explains that when you shout alone, they think you're nuts, but when you get enough voices, they call it a movement. And we flash back to the late 1960s and hippie versions of Marty and Judy Lewis protesting the war. Parker intrudes on this flashback, though, which is great, and tells him that it was a long time ago and things have changed. Marty complains that he's messing with his fantasy, man. And Judy tells Parker to go get his coat. It's starting to get cold out.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that we saw Marty there as a mustachioed hippie protesting the war since he was, in 1970, he was a high school senior, pulling pranks on Musso, you know?
Oh, that's a good point. Good catch.
Continuity error, people. As seen in season 1.
Yeah. So back in the jail, back out of the flashback, Marty is released. Apparently someone posted bail. Judy admits it wasn't her. She hasn't sold enough baked goods yet. When Marty asks who bailed him out, the guard looks at his clipboard and says, it says here, anonymous. The drunk in Marty's cell rolls over and asks, the poet? I was like, that's a great callback.
Yeah, it was a fun reference.
The poet?
The poet?
That was from when Coob was facing off with
the big guy.
The big guy. Oh, God, what is his name? Teacher was the episode, right?
Yeah, Teacher was the episode.
Because when they asked what the poet was, like, it was anonymous.
Yeah.
Such a great callback. Yeah. My favorite poet. And I had another note here, too. We never find out who bailed him out.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that until
I watched it a few times. I'm like, maybe I missed it the first time. And the second watch through, I'm like, no, they don't ever say. Like, I thought it would come back.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe, you know, like... I don't know. I don't know if it was...
Not even implied.
Could it have been Musso, maybe? Or
maybe, yeah.
Because she does kind of... She doesn't really clash with Pankow in this episode, but, like, he is kind of overstepping his bounds a bit.
Yeah.
So she may be, like, behind his back, kind of helping out the Lewises. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
That's the only guess I had.
Yeah. That makes as much sense as any to me.
Yeah. So then we cut to the Atlas Diner. Parker and the Buds are having a meeting about Marty when he shows up. He tells them they need to talk, but they need a safe space. After a little deliberation, the Buds decide to blindfold him and take him to Parker Central. Marty tells the Buds he wants to organize a school-wide demonstration. Jerry informs Mikey and Parker they have class in 3 minutes, and they head out, leaving Marty to his own devices in the bunker. We cut to a miniature circus...
A roach circus.
A miniature roach circus. Frank Lemmer, of course, is trying to coax his pet hissing cockroach. Is it Bridget or Brigitte? I think it might be
Brigitte. Says Brigitte. Yeah.
Brigitte, yeah. Brigitte to jump through a ring of fire. Brigitte is not having it, though.
Yeah.
Suddenly, a piggy bank is plopped down in frame. We hear Shelley say, money is no object. I need your help. She tells Frank she is ashamed of her parents and she wants out of this stinking town. Frank hands her a booklet entitled Student Relocation Program. It comes Comes with its own twinkle sound effects, too. He tells her, he lays out everything. New place, new name, new family. When Shelley asks if it really works, Frank tells her that 6 of Dan Quayle's kids swear by it. And when Shelley counters that Dan Quayle only has 3 kids, Frank just scoffs at her naivete.
Yeah, more dunking here on the incumbent vice president.
Yes.
More of that. Let's have more of that.
Suddenly, Frank sniffs the air like a bloodhound. Pankow, he says. And Rimmel. I love Frank.
Yeah.
He tells Brigitte to plie before beaming out of the room.
Yeah, and then, like, Shelley is completely unfazed by the fact that he just disappears while sitting next to her. Yeah. And then she drops the folder and I think squishes Brigitte. I don't know if you noticed it. Yeah, like drops the folder and then, like, looks underneath it like, ugh. Yeah. Like, aw, poor Brigitte.
So we cut to Miss Musso's office. Frank beams in to find Musso at her desk and Dr. Pankow seated across from her. Frank and Rimmel exchange hisses.
That's great.
Before Pankow states, there isn't room in this town for Norman Pankow and obscenity. And obscenity is packing its filthy little bags. And I love Miss Musso's response here.
Oh, please. Did you come all the way over to my school to overcook a few runny metaphors?
That's all he does, Miss Musso.
That's so great. So Pankow informs her he has forbid the playing of armed response songs at his El Corrado High, and he expects her to do the same. As he tries to convince her, Rimmel swings a pocket watch to try to hypnotize her.
Yeah, and Pankow keeps saying, obey, obey. I know. Obey.
It seems like it's starting to work too, but Grace eventually snaps out of it and asks, "What's in it for me?" After a couple more attempts to hypnotize Miss Musso, Pankow finally tells her, "Hit your Conestoga to my Nova, Grace. Together, there's no limit to where I can go. Alderman, state senator, even ombudsman." So I love his aspirations here.
Yeah, he wants to be the ombudsman. Okay.
He continues, "Ban this song and you will find
this fine example of manhood in full flower pressed into your secret service."
One of the best Pankow lines ever.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God. Fine example of manhood in full flower pressed into your secret service.
Jesus.
Wow. All right. Miss Musso is no fool, though. She says, "Let me understand this. I allow you to use me to further your political aspirations, and in return, you give me reflected glory and quick sex."
Yeah, you know, what every man's offering in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, God. She shoots him down, of course. Then Pankow says he has no other option than to commandeer her airways. We cut to the hallway. Pankow is giving a public address over the video public address system. He announces the banning of Brain Dead by armed response. As soon as he finishes, though, static cuts in, and we see Marty Lewis has hijacked the PA feed. He tells the flamingos to wake up and smell the oppression. So Marty tells them to find the courage to speak up. He did, thanks to his son, Parker Lewis.
Yeah, Marty does the most embarrassing thing a dad can do here, besides dancing in public. He identifies himself and his child by name.
Yes.
Trust me, I know this because I'm constantly threatening to do so around other kids.
Oh.
With my children. I'm like, hi, I'm so-and-so's dad.
Jeez, Dad. Jeez.
Yeah. Or dancing. They hate that too.
This name drop, of course, embarrasses Park as he stands in the middle of the hallway. Pankow cuts back into the broadcast angry. "That's it," he says. "No more Dr. Nice Guy."
That's a great line.
And we pixelate to commercial. Yeah, it's a great line. Back from commercial, we find Marty still preaching from his CRT soapbox. If you're against censorship, do something about it. If you're for censorship, say so. Pay attention to your world. Don't let democracy die. Up next, sports and weather. We see the buds staring up at the screen. Parker comments he misses his old dad. Quiet, a bit goofy. Just then he's snatched away by Pankow. Yeah, I think he was going to finish. I was going to say maybe he was going to finish that statement. Quiet, a bit goofy, and then he was snatched away.
Yeah, I think so.
And so we find ourselves in some dark classroom somewhere, and Parker is being interrogated by Dr. Pankow. He wants to know where Lewis the Elder is.
Yeah. There's one, he's got one prominent flyaway that distracted the shit out of me the whole time. He's got like this one hair that you can really see in the light that just keeps dipping around.
Yeah, when he's backlit. Yeah.
It's like, brush that shit.
Hair and makeup? Last looks. Come on.
Yeah. You should have seen it before we fixed it.
Yeah. Parker won't be a snitch, though. Pankow says, very well, the house of Lewis shall fall like shards of glass. Then he opens and subsequently slams the classroom door, hoping to punctuate his remark with breaking glass. Nothing happens, however. He tries again and fails.
That's great.
Pankow's quite dismayed at this, but then Miss Musso enters. She is annoyed. She flips on the light because it was all like dimly lit for the interrogation scene. So she flips on the light, surveys the scene, and says,
I admire your technique, Dr. Pankow, but your efforts are misguided.
Oh? How so, Musso?
Marty Lewis broadcasts have had no effect on the student body. He's being totally ignored.
Oh. And if ignored long enough, he'll go away. I see.
Yeah, good old-fashioned 90s apathy.
Yeah, exactly.
Womp, womp.
That shit only worked in the 60s.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Gen X.
Yeah. Pankow is pleased to hear this, and Miss Musso then sets Parker free. Parker skedaddles out of there.
Yeah, and he also pops a fucking soda right in front of the camera, very conspicuously, which I don't get. I didn't get that. I have no idea what's happening there. He's just like right in front of it, just pops that shit, you know,
and downs it.
Yeah, there's no comment made about it. I'm sure it was a reference to something I just don't get. But
I don't get it either. I mean,
have no idea.
Maybe because he was being interrogated for so long, he's like dehydrated, but instead of drinking water, he's like downing a Coke. But it's a very even after subsequent watches, I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what they were going for there. I missed it. Something went over my head.
Anytime something like that happens, I just assume there's a reference I'm not connecting with, you know.
Exactly. Maybe one of our listeners will reach out with the explanation.
It'll have to be one of them because we have one.
Paul, chime in for us.
Yeah, he gave up after the interview.
So as Musso leaves, she shuts the door behind her, and of course, the glass breaks.
Yeah, and you can see Melanie Chartoff kind of flinch as she's walking out of the shot as the door's closing. Yeah. Almost like covering her ears or whatever. And then, because I'm sure she had to immediately turn around because she pops back into the broken mirror, you know, or the broken window to razz him for it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny.
Yeah, just kind of rub it in Pankow's face that he doesn't have that power.
Yeah.
So we're back at the Atlas Diner. Parker sits uncomfortably close to Nick in a booth. He tells Nick, Musso's right. No one is paying attention. I guess I'm relieved. Nick points out that he doesn't seem relieved. Parker admits that he's starting to think nobody gives a damn. Nick tells him, now hold it there just 1 second. We think Nick's going to push back, but no. It turns out he can just see himself in Parker's eyes. Using Parker's peepers as his own personal mirror, he adjusts his hair. Such a weird bit.
Yeah, he's got nothing to offer this episode.
Yeah,
no wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. Quaff adjusted, Nick says, now what were you saying? Yeah, it was totally subverting that whole like expectation that Nick's like, well, hold it 1 second, blah, 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 wisdom, you know? It was just like, no, he's just checking his hair.
Don't be a road dog, man.
Yeah, don't be
yard dog.
Yard dog. Parker laments, my father's out there getting arrested, giving speeches. Why is no one listening? Nick tells Parker to follow him for a second. The two find Mrs. Lewis, still all Sarah Connored out, chatting on the payphone in the corner. In partial Spanish, she is negotiating a possible escape plan for her and Marty. When she spots Parker, she tells him that she replaced the axle in his car and realigned the front end. Oh, and there's Jello 123 in the fridge.
She can do everything.
Yeah, who remembers Jello 123? I used to love that shit.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get it anymore.
I don't think so.
It was a weird thing, man. It was like that weird three. Do you remember that shit? Like three layered. Yeah. It had three different consistencies. Like when the top was like kind of like this weird foam or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I love that shit. Parker is heartened by this. He says, look at Mom. She cooks dinner, fixes the car, makes Jell-O, and still finds time to foment revolution. In VO, he admits there are a few people who care, and from now on, he's one of them. Then he adds, now if I only had the famous idea of how to start. Nick, that omniscient son of a bitch, heard Parker's VO, of course, and holds up a quarter. Try E15, he says. Parker pops the coin in the jukebox, and Braindead starts blasting. The diner patrons are taken aback. We're given a couple more censored moments with the black banner across the screen, and Jerry comes rushing into the diner yelling, Mr. Lewis, no! And he actually tears right through the black censor bar on the screen, which is a great gag.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I just wanted to read a couple of the lyrics for that song here, because I wrote them down as we were going. So, this is what was so offensive to Dr. Pankow. You kill my brain, can't stop the pain, you bloody beep. You made me hurt, you fed me dirt, you stupid beep. You told a lie, you're gonna cry. That's all I got. Great. That's before Jerry comes running in. He comes running in right after that. So it's like you stupid beep.
You awful beep.
Yeah.
You freaking beep.
I wonder what they said there.
Yeah.
It was so offensive to Pankow.
I am a Dickens, am I not?
Suddenly, the jukebox dies, and the power flickers out in the diner. We hear sirens as flashing lights dance across the walls. Over a megaphone, we hear Dr. Pankow announce that the diner is officially under siege by the Decency Committee. He then bursts through the door, flanked by 2 cops and Remmel. Pankow says the following. He stops to clear his throat as his voice is still in megaphone mode.
That bullhorn voice was pretty funny. That made me laugh.
It is so funny. Yeah, he had to clear his throat to get rid of it.
Because he still sounds like a bullhorn.
That's great. He resumes. The following shall transpire. 3, we shall seize and search the box of juke.
That's great.
2, we shall shut down the bistro for dissemination of obscene material. And 1, who played that song?
Yeah, I made the note here that the box of juke thing is great. That's almost like a Mr. Burns thing to say, you know.
It totally is.
And then he actually refers to it as a bistro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Funny too.
Bistro.
It's funny that he even calls it a bistro, but then he's pronounces it bistro.
That's right.
He's just got this thing he doesn't want to pronounce like long vowels, only short vowels. So
yes, that's true.
Bistro.
That's true. That's a great point.
Ridiculous.
In VO, Parker says, mental note, next time Nick gives me a quarter, buy a stick of gum. As Pankow stares down the crowd, waiting for an answer, we hear a dusty wind kick up, and a haunting version of the Battle Hymn of the Republic swells. Everyone turns to the door to see a silhouetted figure step in. Dad! Parker cries out. Marty steps in and says, wherever there's apathy, I'll be there. Wherever there's indifference, I'll be there. He steps to the bar and Nick pours him a tall glass of grapes of wrath juice.
You should point out there that he's also dressed like some fucking bum from the 30s. Maybe not a hobo, but he's definitely dressed like somebody from the 1930s.
From the fucking Dust Bowl era.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I think it's a reference to Tom Joad, probably, right?
Yeah,
and Grapes of Wrath and all that.
Yeah.
He steps in, decked out like fucking Tom Joad.
Yeah. Really funny.
And as Nick, pours him this tall glass of Grapes of Wrath juice, clearly labeled on the diner counter there, Marty takes it and continues, wherever there's a cold drink, I'll be there. Mrs. Lewis joins him. Right on, Marty, she says. Marty continues, my kids aren't going to start chanting to the devil just because they heard some song. I know my kids. I trust my kids. And we cut to the Deep South, I guess.
Yeah.
Where we see Shelley in her new identity. She's apparently part of an African-American family that eats nothing but corn.
Yeah. I mean, the only note I put down here was Shelley's new family. Is this funny?
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know, it's borderline,
Yeah, it's borderline probably.
Yeah.
But I guess the whole joke is that she's just completely changed. Yeah, she is going like deep undercover or whatever,
right.
or, witness protection.
Yeah.
And the bigger joke is that Marty says, I know my kids, I trust my kids, I know where they are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and Shelley's somewhere. Yeah,
meanwhile,
with a black family eating dinner.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a very specific type of family. I mean, it's not like it's not like in a middle class neighborhood somewhere. They're seated around like it looks slightly destitute. You know, and they're
again, it looks Dust Bowl era.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It looks like Depression era. Deep South, African American family, because it's like a wooden shack,
right?
They're in like overalls and again Dust Bowl.
They're only eating corn.
They're only eating corn, right? Yeah. Exactly. So
that's really what initiated the thought in my mind. Like, is this funny? It was probably funny in 1991 or 92 or whatever. Obviously, I don't know. I don't want to be too sensitive about it, but it definitely was like kind of clangs a little bit for a modern sensibility, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway.
I totally agree. So we cut back to the Atlas Diner, and Pankow insists he is protecting the decent dwellers of this town. Marty pushes back. He says he doesn't want anybody protecting him from ideas and arts and music, even if the music stinks. We can make up our own minds, he says. And the buds back him up, even spineless Jerry.
And he's surprised that he is surprised that he backed him up.
Exactly. He's like, who said that?
That's great.
Pankow retorts, censorship is the expectorant by which the phlegm of society is hawked and purged.
That's the other great line in this
Another
episode. Great
Pankow line.
The phlegm of society is hawked and purged. That's so great.
Expectorant. I mean, his Pankow lines are the best, dude.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the crowd turns on Pankow. They start demanding he be run out of town. Parker stops them just as they grab Pankow. He tells them Pankow has just as much right to speak his mind as the rest of them. Suddenly, the crowd erupts into a lively debate about freedom of speech.
Yeah, in the background, you can hear somebody yell, "Tastes great, less filling!"
Yes, totally.
Little beer commercial reference from the time there.
Yep. Pankow and Remmel step to the side. Pankow is appalled, of course. He asks his pumpkin-haired lout, what is going on? Remmel responds, Doctor, I believe this is what is called an open forum. Something about democracy? Pankow asks, recommendation, my inveterate invertebrate.
The great line.
Inveterate invertebrate. Remmel suggests they retreat and regroup, which they do.
Yeah, and at this point, the bistro devolves into what is basically like a live comment thread.
Yes.
A bunch of half-informed goofuses like yelling at each other.
Yeah, exactly. Just debating each other with nonsense. Yeah. And I think the taste great, less filling goes back again. Because that was a huge debate at this time.
Yeah.
Huge debate. So Nick cues up the theme song on the jukebox as we dolly out of the diner. In VO, Parker says,
Revised definition, dadness. The property of believing in something even when it gets you thrown in jail. Believing in others even if they don't seem to care. And believing in yourself even when your kid thinks you're a jerk. See also, hero.
Aw. Weird.
Marty's a good dad. So for our end gag, we're back at the Father's Day theme. Marty sits on the couch, and off-screen we hear Shelley say, Happy Father's Day, Dad, and a basket of corn is thrust into the frame as she adds, I picked it myself, which of course is a callback to the Deep South home, which she apparently took up residence.
She's back from.
Yeah.
She stole their food and came home.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What have you got to say for yourselves?
So how'd you feel about this episode, Chip?
It was a good one. I had fun. I love the Pankow episodes.
Yeah.
And yeah, Timothy Stack is great. So anytime he's kind of center stage, that's always fun too because he's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun episode.
I'm afraid this might be the last Pankow episode.
I think it is.
I think that we might be bidding adieu to Dr. Norman Pankow after this one, which is a real bummer because, his episodes are kind of like a little treat every 4 or 5 episodes, so far they have been,
Yeah.
This is a good way for him to go out because, I mean, he's not beaten and broken like at the end of the first season. He just retreats, from he's still out there with his aspirations and his ambitions, and he's still trying in his evil way to get what he wants or whatever. So, you know,
it still wants to be ombudsman.
yeah. It's, you know, he had the fun little discourse with Musso there. So that was fun to watch. And this episode is interesting though, as a like a generational thing, you know, because we have that whole sequence with, you know, seeing Marty in the past in the 60s, you know, and that's a hallmark of TV from the 90s and the 80s.
Yes.
This fucking, you know, looking back to the 60s and, you know, revolution and fighting back and all this stuff that, you know, the people writing and producing TV at the time lived through, you know. So they're definitely like, they have their view of how it happened, what happened, and how, you know, all that, you know. So you get a lot of TV shows at this time where the parents in their 40s or 50s or whatever
they were the hippies
back to the spirit of the 60s and all that stuff, which you know, and then their Gen X kids are all rolling their eyes and shit, you know, because they don't care about nothing, man, you know. And, you know, it's interesting to watch that, you know, 30 years later, because you don't get as much of that. You get a lot more nostalgia for like the 80s and shit, you know, because they're the people making stuff now, and it's an interesting time capsule in that way, you know. And then his whole conversation about like democracy and you know, free speech and stuff like that is interesting to hear now, given, you know, the state of affairs now, you know.
I was thinking the same thing. There's definitely some echoes of like, you know, still relevant stuff.
I mean, at the time it seemed like a given, you know. I mean, to me at least, you know, I never really thought too much about like any of that shit being under any kind of strain, you know. Like, you know, obviously it's always under strain, but under like, you know, the kind that rises to the level where people are talking about it, you know, lots of people are talking about it. So
and people are out in the streets again, you know.
Right, exactly. So there's a lot of interesting parallels that just by virtue of us watching it now, we were able to draw from an episode like this. So
it's interesting.
But generally, you know, it had a lot of funny moments in it. You know, it was a good, funny episode, and it had a lot of thoughtful things to say. And it was nice to see the inmate in jail come back. You know, I'm sad that we're not going to see Dr. Pankow or Remmel anymore. But as far as I know, we don't see Remmel again. but you know, it was a good episode. I liked it.
On the next Synchronize Swatches,
we're watching season 2, episode 16. Goodbye, Mr. Rips. Once in a while, a teacher comes along who not only keeps the class interested and entertained, but is able to get through to them. Sounds like teacher.
It does.
Mr. Rips is such a teacher, able to teach in a way that even Kubiak learns a thing or two. Yeah, hold on a second. We've already seen it.
Wait a minute.
Unfortunately, teachers' salaries aren't able to support teachers with growing families, and Mr. Rips is forced to quit to pursue a higher-paying job. The class, along with Musso, must deal with the likely loss of one of the most respected teachers to grace the halls of Santo Domingo. That was a pretty good write-up. That seemed pretty,
it was.
Pretty squared away there. So nothing funny there. Let's move on.
And it was written by an anonymous.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we should give Anonymous more credit there.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's a different Anonymous.
That Anonymous is really more of a poet.
You know? Yeah, I was gonna say this is actually the poet Anonymous that wrote this. You've been listening to Synchronize Swatches, your twice monthly dose of coolness. Hey, Chris, I know people are listening to this, but what if they want to see our haggard faces?
Not a problem. We're also on YouTube. Head on over and subscribe to our channel at Synchronize Swatches. That's where we post all of our episodes and bonus content.
What kind of bonus content, Chris?
I'm glad you asked, Chip. Mini episodes, interviews with interviews with cast members. Not many cast members, just cast members. And the occasional apology for all of our many transgressions, like that last sentence.
Hey, that's great. Now, if only there was some way for people to watch Parker Lewis Can't Lose episodes along with us.
There is, you stupid idiot. Plex TV is currently streaming all 3 seasons of Parker Lewis Can't Lose, as well as Roku, I learned this week. Sounds like we are all winners.
Speaking of winners, we're also on social media. Our handle is @SwatchesPod on Instagram and TikTok. Find us and follow us for daily reels as well as previews of the upcoming episodes.
Hey, why not send us a little correspondence? We'd love to hear from you. Our email address is swatchespod@gmail.com.
While you're at it, jump onto your podcast app of choice and leave us a 5-star rating and a positive review. That's a great way to get the word out about what we're doing on this show, which is not, I don't know.
Our theme music was written and produced by My Sinister Hand.
The show is recorded inside 2 small habitats on opposite sides of the moon. It is written by the hosts with post-production by Chip Johnson. Chris Gregory has been cursed with the management of our socials.
That I have. What did I do to deserve this? Special thanks to Paul Coates for all of his German title insights. Danke, dass du eine Freund bist.
Nice.
Why did I say do? I fucking...
Dose? I don't know why you said dose.
Jesus
das,
Christ.
right?
Danke, dass du ein Freund bist. I tried to read the phonetics and I fucked it up.
Oh, poor Paul.
Stupid.
Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, I'm Chip Johnson.
And I'm embarrassed with myself.
I'm reminding you that apathy is the Orwellian prologue, so get the fuck out there. Into the streets like Marty Lewis.
Yeah, just
and
like
do
Marty.
some good.
My friend Jerry said you guys were going to do something really neat today.
You give me reflected glory and quick sex.